Hey everyone, moving ahead with the Swagger documentation. Last video I explained you the basic integration, basic things that we can do and we can interact with the product microservice with Swagger documentation, and that was pretty easy. But if I want to go a step ahead, I want to customize the documentation that we are getting. So if I show you, this is the basic documentation that we are getting, just adding the library and adding one to annotation and just one to line of configuration. So this is what we are getting, but I want to go ahead further and I want to change these stuffs that are coming here. These are the default things that are coming, but I want to change it. And this is the product controller. This is the just name coming that from the API itself, but I want to give more information into this one. So all this we are going to understand in this video. So let's go ahead and get started. So coming to the code part, that we have this product part here and this Swagger configuration that we had. So first thing that I want to change this information. So for that we have this handy configuration API info. So just get API info. I want to declare it separately, create this method itself here, return API info. You see, this is the default one that we are getting, but I do not want that. So new, and under this if you come here, there are a couple of informations that you have to pass here. So what are these? So you just select it and these are the things that you have to write, these title, description. Also go ahead one by one and add these information. So first information is title, so product microservice. Okay, and second one is the description. So product microservice for online shopping portal provided by Green Learner. So this is the one name that I'm giving just to make it more realistic. And the third information, what is that? So third one, coming to the API info, we have this version and terms of service URL. So version, so let's say it is 1.0, and terms of service URL, so I can just give some dummy URL. So let's give the GitHub directory here. So and the terms of service URL, and then we have to pass the contact information. So for that we have this new contact. So Arvind, just putting my name, and then we have to give some URL. So just put name of the channel as URL, and then I have to mention the mail. So this is the official mail ID. And after this, one more information, we have license and license URL. So license, so that information just give terms of use license, and that URL I have to mention. So just pick this URL from here. And last thing that I have to mention here, vendor extensions. So we do not have any as of now, but still I have to mention here. Oh, null we can not mention, that is going to throw an exception. So yeah, that's it, we are done. So now we have API info ready. Just format it a bit. So if I restart this application, we will be able to see this API information in place of this Swagger UI that we are seeing here, API documentation. Okay, so let's wait for the application to start. Okay, MongoDB Tomcat started, so just refresh it. Yeah, Now we are getting it, right? So product microservice, we are getting it, right? So base URL, all those things coming. Product microservice for online shopping portal provided by Green Learner. Terms of service, Arvind Kumar. Website, if you want to go, you can see the link at the bottom here, in bottom right corner. So if you click on here, you will go to the channel here. All right, you will come here, and if you go to the send email to Arvind Kumar, you click on, you will see the email ID here, and terms of use, license, you see the name of the string and all those things you are getting here. Now this customization is done at this point of here. What about these product controller and this? So let's go ahead and do that. So now jump to the, now coming to the annotations part, just close all these things and go to the controller part here. So first I want to customize this one, right? So just taking the annotation, so API, you can see that it is coming from the Swagger itself. Just go here and put the description, just go and put some description here. So product API having endpoints which are used to interact with a microservice. Okay, so this is the one information that I can put, but there are a couple of more that you can give. So you can give the value, you can mention the tags as well, description, base path, position, produces, this consumes, protocols, and all those things. All lot of information that I can, you can give here. So this is the controller information that I want to give here. And apart from this, what we have these request body and this one here. So and I also have, if I come here on the path variable part, we have this category, what this category stands for. So if I want to, so I can give that with the help of API param here, and inside that I can put some more information. Category of the product to be listed, input that one. So this API param I can use with any parameter that we are passing here. So also here I can use it API param, and put a space, I can say that information about products to be added. So this information I need. So you can go ahead and add other information about other API params and all those things if you want to add that. And now I also want to add what this add product is using. So for that we have this API operation, so that is also coming from Swagger annotation here. Use to add the product into system. And this API operation I can add with others as well, and list all the products into the system. Okay, and you can add this API operation with other endpoints as well. So this is all. We have added the product controller information, what this particular endpoint is doing, we have added what the individual parameters are there. So that's all I need, that are being exposed in the UI for this one. So these three annotations, at the rate API, at the rate API operation, at the rate API param, so these are going to help you to add more information at controller level, right? Now coming to the DTO part that we have this product information, right? So we have this product, we have this individual properties here, what they are doing, how to add that. So for that we have handy annotation, that is API model. API model and API model property. So API model is going to explain the model class that we have. So for that, just put the description void under product intake. Okay, so this is what it is going to say about the product. And Now individual attributes, I want to add the information. So this is the unique id of the product, uh, will be generated by the system itself, so user should not bother to give it. Okay. And API model property, and you can give this with others as well. So name of the product. So you should, like, which are self-explanatory, you should avoid adding this API model property until unless it is very much necessary that you have to put some sentencing and all those things. Okay. So price, currency, you can go on and add all the informations that you need here. So API model property, so image URLs, list of URLs of the product images. Okay, so all this information, API model property that we added, product controller we have added, API operation and API param. So let's restart the application and see how they are being reflected in the application. Application is running now. Go to the browser and refresh this part here. Now you can see here. So we saw this earlier. Now coming to this product controller. So somehow we are missing this part here. So we are not API. This information we are not getting here. So let me see that others. We are seeing the add product. We added API operation used to add the product into the system. We are getting here, and we are getting this one, list all products into the system. So we did not add in other endpoints. That is why we are getting the default method name. So you see this API operation is reflecting. So coming down here, this product information about products to be added, we are seeing this information as well, what this is all about. Okay. And if I see the get part here, so under get we did not added anything. Delete product where we added, so after that we had added, so list and category, under category we have added something. So category, and what this category is all about, category of the products to be listed. Okay, we are seeing here, but product controller we are not seeing here. So what was the other models we had added? So if you come here, category we have not added anything, but the other one was the product. So it contains all the attributes required under product entity. So we have this category part here, we have currency, discount description, id information we are seeing here. We are seeing the images here. If you open it, you will see the list of the URLs of the product images, name of the product. So against which attribute we added some sentencing, we are getting that one. So now fix this product controller part here. So we are not seeing that part here. So I think there was couple of attributes authorization, and I have to mention it specifically. So put the description. So this is deprecated, but still we can use it. Okay, we should not use it actually. So if I restart this, so we should be able to see this part. So if you can go ahead and see the reason why it is deprecated. So a longer description about this API no longer used. So it is no longer used. So maybe in future we will be not able to see this description at the controller level itself. Okay. So started application is, so started. Now we are seeing a product API having endpoints which are used to have product microservice, and if you open it, and this one. So in the same way, if you have couple of controllers here, you will see all those controllers listing here. So that's all about this video that I wanted to explain in the customization part. Now still we have security and all those things. So when we will cover the product microservice security, endpoint security itself, then we will cover the Swagger configuration, which is about the how to add the security things with that one. So we'll cover that in the future videos. Okay, so else I hope you found this useful. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care, stay safe, bye bye.